Health is real. The respect Napoli rebate. Organized labor threatens action over Rivers emergency rule. 39 constitutional amendment bills scaled second reading in the House of Representatives. Super Eagles World Cup qualifying match against Zimbabwe on the way. And on the foreign scene, lawmakers grill U.S. intelligence officials over security glitch. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. In Rivers State has warned that it may take decisive action that could disrupt national economic activities if the emergency rule in Rivers State is not reversed within a reasonable time frame. The labor union said this in a statement jointly signed by the Rivers State chairperson of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC Alex Agwanwo, state chairperson of the Trade Union Congress TUC Ikechukwu Onyefuru, and the chairperson of Joint Negotiation Council GNC Chukwu Emecheta. They said the state of emergency has impacted the local government workers who are yet to receive their salaries and are exposed to avoidable economic hardship. The organized labor described the declaration of a state of emergency and the suspension of elected governor Siminala Ifubara, deputy governor Ngozi Odu, and House of Assembly members as premature and baseless. Moving on, police have arrested 8 suspected kidnappers and rescued 6 of their victims along Ahoda Omoko Road in Rivers State. Rivers State Commissioner of Police Olugbenga Adepoju said this during a joint security briefing at the police headquarters in Port Harcourt today. He said the arrest was carried out by operatives of the joint patrol operation of the police and armed forces. The Commissioner of Police said the joint patrol operation also thwarted efforts by hoodlums to vandalize pipelines in Alu and Rumwekwe communities on March 16, leading to the death of the vandals. CP Adepoju also said the team also destroyed 30 illegal refining sites, 55 ovens, 20 reservoirs, 50 dugout pits, 100,000 liters of stolen crude oil, and about 10,000 liters of illegally refined AGO, as well as arrest of 2 persons, 2 with 4 dynamites, 4 switches, and detonating pods on March 19, 2025. He announced plans to inaugurate an enforcement team that will impound all vehicles operating without registered number plates. Correspondent Emeka Otuka reports that CP Olugbenga Adepoju also called for continued cooperation as it strives towards maintaining peace and order in the state. He called on the public to call on the following emergency numbers for any complaints: 080 320 03512. 090 142 73818 or 081 208 22987. A professor, Matthew Ogali, says the appointment of a new class was an aberration to law. Speaking with correspondent Professor Ogali, a lecturer at the Department of Political and Administrative Studies, University of Port Harcourt, said he will not be surprised if more appointments are made. So, Professor Gali, however, dismissed possibilities that the sole administrator can reconcile the political actors involved in the political crisis in Rivers State. In other news, some residents of Alu in Port Harcourt metropolis have raised concerns over heaps of refuse along UDSS Omwakiri Road, Boundary Market, Mbodo, and Omwada roads. Speaking with our correspondents, the residents appealed for daily evacuation of the waste. Some of them, mainly traders and students, shared how the situation affects them.
Our road, they very, very bad because the gutter, they always block. Environmental sanitation and all the rest of the thing. Not be able to collect money, make them come clear the gutter.
It's affecting us students that usually walk down to school because you're marking down to school and you come out and the whole place is flooded. So it movements, even cars, keke, vehicles, it's difficult for them to even pass.
The dirt is an eyesore. They need to be clearing it on a daily basis. In fact, it is even covering the gutter. The water cannot flow. Government need to do something about it because with the dirt, the gutter not flowing, it will definitely affect the health of people.
They need to make a proper place where they can dispose this waste so water will not carry it and block the drainages.
As the rainfall, I think they smell. No make sense for here in the. Maybe just try and come out them.
A correspondent who visited Alu reports that flash floods caused slow vehicular movement for NYC have expressed doubt over the sincerity of the federal government to pay the backlog of 77,000 naira monthly allowance. Speaking with our correspondent, the corps members say they are yet to start receiving the new allowance and thus cannot believe promises of backlogs. They, however, called on the government to go beyond making promises to creating jobs and enabling environment for businesses.
As I serve Nigeria, you give me 33K, we are not feel afford anything. No, it's really bad. So they should work on that 77.
I've been saying they're going to pay 77K for how long now? They've never paid 77,000. So I don't think they're still going to pay.
I don't take any promises coming from them serious again. They just make those promises to keep deceiving us. We are just surviving in Nigeria. We don't believe anything they say.
The government should try and increase the alawi and create more opportunities for people to get jobs afterwards and everything. So that's it. If not, if the country still remains like this, there is no point of going serving and still coming out jobless.
Some of the graduates, they're just waiting, so they will make sure that they already pay 7K before they go for service.
Recall that the federal government increased corps members' allowance from 33,000 naira to 77,000 naira in September 2024. The suspended senator for Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has filed a petition to disbar the chairman, Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petition, Senator Nedam Wem Imasu, and have his name removed as a lawyer. In the petition before the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee, LPDC, the lawmaker alleged that the New York Supreme Court Appellate Division had on May 10, 2010, indicted and debarred the Senate Ethics Committee chairman for fraud, misappropriation of clients' funds, and failure to respond to disciplinary authorities. Senator Natasha also tendered a copy of evidence of her claim to LPDC. Meanwhile, Victor Giwa, one of the lawyers representing Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has accused the Kogi state government of sponsoring her recall. Speaking on Channels Television, Mr. Giwa said the state government, through Charity Omole, one of the aides of Governor Usman Ododo, has been championing the recall of Senator Natasha. Senator Natasha, who is serving a 6-month suspension, was involved in a seat arrangement dispute with Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The lawmaker also accused Akpabio of sexual harassment and abuse of office. Still to come, 39 constitutional amendment bills scale second reading in House of Reps. Stay tuned. Back. The Senate has confirmed the appointment of Sylvester Nwakuche as the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, NCOS. The confirmation by the Senate comes after the Committee on Interior presented its report. In his remarks after the confirmation, the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, urged Mr. Nwakuche to use his office to end cases of jailbreak in the country. A former National Security Advisor, retired Colonel Sambo Dasuki, and 3 others have been rearraigned before a Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja over an alleged 33 billion naira fraud. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission brought the charges against Dasuki alongside a former general manager of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Aminu Babakusa, as well as 2 companies. The defendants are facing a 32-count charge bordering on alleged criminal breach of trust and dishonest release of public funds. The House of Representatives has commended Southeast governors for prioritizing a political solution to the detention of Nnamdi Kanu ahead of their meeting with President Bola Tinubu. The chairman of the Committee on Monitoring and Evaluation of House Standing and Ad Hoc Committees, Obi Agwocha, said the inclusion of the matter in the agenda is a bold and necessary step that reflects both leadership and a shared commitment to lasting peace, justice, and national healing. 39 constitutional amendment bills have scaled second reading in the House of Representatives. Some of the proposals include a bill for an act to alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, to provide for the establishment of state police and local government police. A bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to provide that general elections to the office of the President, state governors, National Assembly, state houses of assembly, and local government area councils shall be conducted simultaneously on the same day to be determined by the Independent National Electoral Commission in consultation with National Assembly, among many other bills, which cut across various sectors. The bills were not debated. The match between Eagles and Zimbabwe is underway at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. The Eagles need the maximum 3 points to remain for a good spot at the World Cup. The Nigeria team defeated Rwanda 2-0 in the last match played in Kigali. On the international scene, U.S. intelligence officials Tulsa Gabbard and John Ratcliffe, both alleged to have participated in the Signal group chat that included a journalist, are testifying before the Senate Intelligence Committee. Gabbard and Ratcliffe both deny there was any classified information in the chat, which discussed U.S. airstrikes on Yemen earlier this month. Trump, who added editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeff Goldberg, telling NBC that Waltz is a good man and the lake glitch. On the news this evening, you heard police have arrested 8 suspected kidnappers in Rivers State. Organized labor has threatened action over Rivers emergency rule. 39 constitutional amendment bills have scaled second reading in House of Reps. The World Cup qualifying match between Super Eagles and Zimbabwe is underway at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. Foreigners are greeting us. Send SMS or WhatsApp 0808 721 7215. I'm Sam Chinedu. Thanks for listening.